local boy to hometown hero and then a Hall of Famer. It's been an impressive and storied career for Fancy Gap native Frank Beamer, the man credited with helping put Virginia Tech and its football program on the map. After more than 30 years as the head coach, Beamer stepped back from the sidelines 8 years ago, but remains a Virginia Tech legend and an important part of the university. Our Jermaine Ferrell sat down with Coach Beamer to talk life, legacy, and even regrets. He joins us now in studio. Hey there, Jermaine.
Well, good evening, Miss Kathleen. It was great to spend an afternoon with Coach Beamer. He shared a lot of his stories about his life, legacy, and regrets during his coaching career. In fact, Coach Beamer talked about how he got his idea of going into coaching once his playing career wrapped up with the Hokies.
Yeah, I got through spring, or I didn't go through spring practice. It was the spring after my last year, and I said, "Wait a minute, I don't have football anymore." And I said, this don't feel right. And actually, my major in college wasn't conducive to being teaching in high school, so I had to go back, take a couple of math courses during the summer, so I could coach or teach math at Radford High School, and become the assistant football coach over there at Radford High School.
During the 1970s, not only was Frank Beamer an assistant at Radford High School, he was an assistant at Maryland, the Citadel, and Murray State. He also became the head coach at Murray State. In December 1986, Coach Beamer got the call to come back to his alma mater. The first 6 seasons at Virginia Tech were hard for Coach Beamer as he went 24-40-2, including a 2-8-1 season in 1992. The athletic director for Virginia Tech at the time, and Dave Brain, believed in Beamer and kept him as head coach.
There's not many people in this business that's around after a 2-8-1 season in your 6th year. But I think Dave saw that we were doing things right. When I came in, we were restricted by scholarships. I forget how many it was a year, but in about my 4th or 5th year, there's about 70 kids or so that's not in our program that you need to win in that 5th year and 4th year. And I think he saw, hey, they work like heck to graduate the kids, and they care about the kids, and thank goodness he kept me on there. And then we got it turned around pretty soon after that.
Boy, did Coach Beamer turn it around. From 1993 through 2015, a span of 23 seasons, Beamer led Tech to a bowl game each of those seasons, winning 11 of those bowls. Winning 3 Big East and 4 ACC titles, many feel Coach Beamer's best team was his 1999 squad, which played for the national title against Florida State in the Sugar Bowl. And Coach Beamer has some regrets connected to that game.
I think I thought back about the Florida State teams that we played in the 90s, and we always had to do something special, I thought, to beat them because they were so good. And so we ended up faking a field goal, didn't get it, we lost field position. I think we faked a punt, didn't get it, lost field position. And I think we really were good enough to beat them straight up. I mean, just play straight. We had Michael Vick and a lot of other good players too. And it's always regret that. I think my choices kind of took us out of having a legit shot of winning that game. But it was great getting there, and then the other regret I had is that we never got back.
As time progressed, with Coach Beamer leading the Virginia Tech football program in 2015, he made a decision to retire as head coach. Some of the reasons Coach Beamer said was his age and the program not having the big-time success it had in the past.
Some of the fans thought I should stay. Some of the fans say, well, maybe he's getting too old, and I never wanted to be the guy that split our fan base. I loved it when we were all going in the same way together. And I just felt like we were getting a little bit divided, and I didn't want to be that guy.
Overall, Frank Beamer is proud of being part of the growth and legacy of Virginia Tech in so many ways.
I think about how fortunate I was to coach for that many years at a place I love. And You know, and we did when we started going to those bowls and being on TV and being on Monday night, or not Monday night, I don't think, but Friday night football and Thursday night football. They're getting tremendous ratings because I think people saw the crowd at Lane Stadium and them jumping and having a great time, and it was great TV. And they said the enrollment or the applications went up during that time because I think kids sitting home were, you know, seeing this atmosphere and said, you know, I'm going to check into Virginia Tech. And so it was a growing time together, and just, you know, I'm honored to be a part of it.
We appreciate Coach Beamer giving us so much time during the day. And it was great to spend that afternoon with Coach Beamer. And he had so much to say during our time together. And to see the full interview with Coach, we'll have it up for you in a few minutes attached to the story on WFXRTV.com. Kathleen?
Thank you.